Rogue tier, we still winning. Magic card, oh, we extending. Dark Law, he still contending. Sunrise, your lights in it. Yugi peoples, welcome to the commentary. And in this duel right here, we are in Diamond 1 currently, so it's a little bit harder to get footage because if you make like too strong a powerful board, then people just kind of just quit on you because they're not fighting for anything at this point, probably except for daily quests. So as you can see, we open up with Vion, but he's a pretty much one card combo by himself. My opponent has the Ash, but we are running Crossout Designator just for, you know, reasons like this right here. And we have the Destiny Hero Decider in hand, so when we send our Shadow Mist, we're going to go ahead and add that Destiny Hero Mally Boy. We're going to use Vion's effect to go ahead and add that Poly, and we're going to do one of the things that heroes do, and that's hard make us a DPE. Then after we get this DPE on board, you know, we're going to do our Wonder Boy combos, and you know, we already got 2 hand traps in hand. Like, it's looking beautiful right now. My opponent only had 1 hand trap. There's no blinkies going on, so I feel fairly confident just going into this. And then even if we do get nibbed, it's like we still have DPE, Valor, and Imperm, and I'm pretty sure it'll be kind of hard for him to fight through all that. So you'll see our Cross Crusader go ahead and hit the board there. We're going to use his effect to add our Graceful Charity. Then we're going to link that Cross Crusader off with our Mally Boy, and we're going to bring out the Boy Wonder so we can get that Poly back again. Use Boy Wonder's effect, set that Poly into Sunrise so we can see if we can draw any more hand traps or, you know, just anything useful that we can use for the rest of this turn, for the rest of my opponent's turn. Actually, really, always kind of chain link 1 Liquid Soldier, chain link 2 Sunrise, go ahead and add that Miracle Fusion, and then draw 2, discard 1, see what we get there. I go ahead and get rid of the droplet, mostly because I already have Imperm and Valor, and I really don't want to send anything I have on the board to the graveyard. So my opponent starts his turn. We see that we are playing against PK. His opener is not strong at all. He's going to go ahead and go for the Break Sword play right here and chain Shade Brigandine for some strange odd reason. So chain link 2 would be the Shade Brigandine. He's gonna use the Break Sword to target the DPE and his Break Sword. So right there, instead of chaining my DPE effect, I'm gonna go ahead and use a Fake Valor, because the Break Sword would get his effect if he gets destroyed by a card effect, and I don't want him bringing out any, you know, extra monsters, any extra extenders or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and effect Valor it and leave him on the board and say, here, have fun with that, bro. And he detached the Silent Boots, which we ain't tripping about that at all, because when he goes to use that effect, we also have the Call by the Grave, and you know, it is PK, more extenders and the dangers. And not only that, but he also hits the Fog Blade. He tries to banish it to special summon the Silent Boots. We're going to go ahead and Call by the Grave on that thing, and pretty sure there was like something else he could have did at this point, but he decides and opts to go into the battle phase. He's going to try to Zeus me is what I believe he's going to do. And since the Silent Boots is no longer in the grave, so he wouldn't have 2 monsters to special summon and make them level 4s, I'm going to go ahead and use Sunrise, pop effect, pop the Break Sword, get him off the board. And then just to have something to do, he's going to go ahead and make the worthless Dagda that can't do anything and pretty much just concede the match right there. It'll change over to my turn. We draw Fusion Destiny, not needed. We just switch DPE to attack position, and we're going to go ahead and attack right there. Use Sunrise's effect to pop the Dagda, let him set his Scythe, or if that's, you know, his artifact monster of choice. And that'll pretty much just be game from right here. Easy. Going on into our next game right here, we're gonna open up with Vion and a Destiny Hero monster in hand. So y'all know this is pretty much the same combo that we did last time, except this time I won't have to add the Graceful Charity to my hand because I opened up with him, and we also got one hand trap already, so that's not too bad of a start. You know, if my opponent had opened up a hand trap this game, I think we would have kind of been in trouble, but you know, you're not always going to open up with hand traps because it is Yu-Gi-Oh! And there you see, we go ahead and make our boy DPE first to hit the board, go ahead and start using our Destiny Hero monsters, bring out that Cross Crusader, and then I'm gonna do something like a little bit weird here because, like I said, I'm not playing Plasma. I just don't feel like bricking too much with that card right now. But I'm going to go ahead and use Cross Crusader's effect in order to add increase. That way I can discard that with the Graceful Charity effect, and that way he'll be in my graveyard since if I happen to need him during my next turn. And then, you know, we're gonna go ahead and bring out the Boy Wonder so we can recycle that polymerization, set it to the board after we summon Mally Boy to the zone he points to, activate the poly, go ahead and bring out that boy Sunrise, and of course we're gonna do Chain Link 1 Graceful Charity, Chain Link 2 Miracle Fusion, because it would suck if we drew the Miracle Fusion off of the Graceful Charity, and yeah, that would be a waste right there. So go ahead and resolve those effects, add the Miracle Fusion, draw 2, discard 1, and it just happened to be 2 hand traps. And I mean, this is 3 interruptions with, well, actually 4 interruptions, but one of them's automatically gone as my opponent opens up Lava Golem. Normally I wouldn't Ash a Pot of Prosperity, but I figure he's on some kind of burn day. So we'll go ahead and use our Ash on that Prosperity, hope to slow down the little burn engine he's got going right there. Pops down a Wave Motion Cannon. I'm like, oh, okay, this is an easy win. And then my draw is gonna make it even easier. So we draw that boy Stratos, and you know, I told y'all before, always remember that those effects that deal damage to you will trigger increases effect in the graveyard. You know, effect damage, not cost damage. So remember that. It's a whole lot easier to remember in Master Duel because it's gonna pop up a notification, but in the TCG, remember that also. Long Yun Burn being probably the most relevant. You know, just remember, if you take that burn damage like that, make sure you get your increase effect. And even though we have the Feather Duster for teaching purposes, I went ahead and normal summoned the Stratos, and Chain Link 1 will be Wonder Driver, Chain Link 2 will be Stratos to destroy spell and trap cards on the board, and Chain Link 3 will be Increase, because during the resolution of the chain, what happens is Increase will special summon out to the board so that you have him and Boy Wonder out on the board, so you have 2 heroes and you can pop 2 cards. But he has the Ring of Destruction, he hits the Wonder Driver, so on the resolution of the chain I only have the Increase out on the board, so I'm only able to pop 1 card, but that's the only thing that was significant. And with no other plays, he pretty much just loses the game right there. That was bad. Appreciate everybody for watching, and I'll see y'all next video. Stay away.